Hey guys, so I decided to do my psychology project on Albert Bandura, and I researched on his Bobo doll experiment, and in the experiment Bandura investigated whether social behaviors could be acquired through observation and imitation, and he focused primarily on children and whether they would imitate violent behavior. To do this, he picked out a group of 72 kids, 36 boys and 36 girls, and then the group of children were grouped into three groups of 24. One group of children watched a model behaving aggressively towards a toy called the Bobo doll. The aggressive behaviors included using a hammer, throwing the doll up in the air. The second group of children observed a non-aggressive model who played in a quiet manner with a tinker set and just completely ignored the Bobo doll. And the third group of children acted as a control group and were not exposed to the model at all. After the children watched the model, or didn't, for the control group, Bandura then told the child, he actually took them to a different room that included different types of toys, which were categorized as aggressive and non-aggressive. And the non-aggressive toys included a tea set, crayons, and plastic farm animals. And the aggressive toys included a mallet and a pegboard, and of course the 3-foot-tall Bobo doll. The child was in the room for about 20 minutes, and their behavior was observed through a one-way mirror. The children who observed the aggressive model made a lot more aggressive responses to the Bobo doll, and it was using like hammers and just like hitting it. The non-aggressive group and the control group experienced or displayed less aggressive behaviors. But interestingly enough, the boys imitated more physical aggressive acts than the girls. The Bobo doll experiment led to the development of Bandura's social learning theory, which theorizes that people learn from one another through observation, imitation, and modeling. He also proposed that there are four mediational processes, which are attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Attention refers to the extent of the behavior that we observe and whether the behavior grabs our attention. Retention is how well the behavior is remembered. This one is particularly crucial to the theory because if one does not remember the behavior, then they can't imitate it. Reproduction is the ability to perform the behavior that they just witnessed, and motivation is the will to perform that behavior. Bandura's Bobo doll experiment impacted the way we see media today as we know it, because there are ratings on movies and TV shows and games to prevent children from observing violent behavior that they could possibly replicate. And yeah, there's a lot of controversial thoughts on Bandura's Bobo doll experiment because a lot of people argued that it was unethical because the children might have gained, that violent behavior from witnessing the model. And yeah, but even though that happened, now we still know that it does, observation does impact the way we display our social behaviors, and I hope that was interesting.